Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're live, and those we're just about a minute late, and yes, we're right on cue this time, just a minute off cue, but welcome to the Hand Grenade 72 channel. Well, there's a lot of things to cover here this afternoon, this evening, to wherever you are watching in the world, and we're live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. All three platforms. We're supposed to be live on Facebook, but for the record, due to circumstances beyond my control, we have changed it and we moved our mic levels down to 60%. Now, most of these reports you will hear from me the credit does go to the media outlets respectively, and here they are as follows. The COVID rules relaxed for overseas delegates, and credit to the BBC News. Well, that's interesting for some. And on a more serious note, ladies and gentlemen, which is credited to Sky News, several people have been killed and others have been injured in bone and arrow attacks in the middle of Norway, according to police officials. Nasty shit, nasty shit. And also credited to the New York Times. Also, the New York Times caught a wing of this. Excuse me. And Norway, bow and arrow attacks leaves 5 individuals deceased. And that is bad. And we're also right here live on social media, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, respectively speaking. And I just want to reflect back on yesterday's news, which is a Tuesday's news, and here we go. Serious errors in delays and cost lives during the pandemic, says the UK Prime Minister. And credit to RTE News. Texas governor bans all vaccine mandates. Obviously, Texas must be hell bent out of shape. And just yesterday's news, and just reflecting back to that, goes back to RTE. Serious errors and delays cost lives during pandemic, says the UK Prime Minister, Mr. Boris Johnson. What the hell are you doing while you're in Marbella? While you're not paying attention to what's going on over here, sir? And this, for those who have missed out, credit go to the RTE News. May I state for the record this, for those who are watching, this is a late night broadcast. It is now just going on 10 minutes to midnight, 10 minutes to 7, 10 minutes to 4 in the West Coast Central Time. A very good afternoon and a very good evening to wherever you are watching in the world. And yes, as you can see, I got my new headset. Well, I don't know how many pairs of microphones I have, but as my partner would often address it as a headphone nut job. Well, that's me. That being said, now there's something that has occurred to my attention today which has annoyed me quite a lot. If I could find the news. This really tops the biscuit, and I'm sure this is going to unleash some frustration out onto others as well. And we have our chat overlays open for those who like to comment into the show. Mio Martin has said that he cannot guarantee that the October 22nd phase of reopening will proceed as planned. Well, let me take a wild stab at this one. Let me take a wild guess at this one. That means no. There's not going to be a reopening. We all know the way Mio Martin operates, for Christ's sakes, we all know the way he is. He loves lockdown, ladies and gentlemen. He loves it. He absolutely enjoys it. What the feck is this man thinking? A lot of people are saying, let me get this off the screen if I may. What the heck is this individual thinking? Let me get this straight if I may. We cannot, under no circumstance, be in lockdown forever. No. That's one. Two, about a year and a half ago, nearly 17, 18 months ago, uh, if I can remember Mr. Varadkar saying, while he was the leader of this country, saying and quoting on the record, says that we cannot afford another lockdown. Well, somebody is pulling the strings for us to be in a lockdown, hypothetically. Again, more restrictions and more restrictions and more restrictions. Look at Sydney, for Christ's sake, New South Wales, or wherever the territories are. Some parts of Australia have reopened after over 100 plus days of shutdown mode. And now we're getting this. Let me punch it up on the screen again. This in red and white right here. Credit RD News. Michael Martin has said that he cannot guarantee that October 22nd phase of reopening will proceed as planned. Well, we all know what the story to that is. Then he also quotes on the record by saying, Mr. Martin said a decision will be made by the middle of the next week. Next week? Oh, wait. We all know what that's going to be, don't we? And just for your edification, yesterday or the day before was 2,002 cases. Now we're up to 2,066 cases and 408 individuals in a medical facility. This is not good. I think the individual that we had on here, live on the air with us, may be right. He may be onto something. I may doubt it from time to time. But I hate to say this here on YouTube. The individual that was in contact with the show there a few nights ago, the individuals could be right. The individual could be right. You never know. And this really tops the biscuit for those who are the Rock fans. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, former World Wrestling Federation champion, won't rule out presidential bid. Well, that's saying something. Now, I would like to see that. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the President of the United States of America. And there's a lot of people that are pretty upset about that on Twitter as I currently speak. But in this case, who knows? Each individual to their own. Quite honestly, and yes, I am looking at myself here, but do not worry. I'm not listening to myself. And from the New York Times, Walgreens will close 5 stores in San Francisco next month, citing what is described as an continuing problem of organized shoplifting. Oh boy, in the city. Some of the shops was targeted, as in the stores, shops, was targeted at least 5 times by the same individuals, according to federal authorities have said. Oh boy. What is their major malfunction? Holy mackerel. Like, what is going on with these individuals, for Christ's sakes? Do they not know what is going on? And yes, we are live on YouTube and on Twitch and on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. So last night I was going through Twitter and I got a few notifications. One individual has said to me, "You do not have to be vaxxed to go anywhere in England," though I don't live in England, for the record, quite frankly. COVID is, for the vast majority of people under 60 to 70, about as dangerous as the flu. Okay. Did you Did you ever know by how many cases of the flu we have ever had given in time? No, you didn't, and you never shit yourself about getting it. You know, I don't worry about getting the flu because you see, sir, I've had the flu once in a blue moon. Now, I'm not a perfect human being. I'm not. No, I'm not. Everybody gets the fucking flu. Yeah, elder people get the flu. They're more the younger individuals, say for the likes of myself or any other younger individual, can recover quicker. When it gets to the higher age gaps, it may be difficult for them to recover. Heaven fucking forbid. I may I state for the record, this is a late night broadcast. This is a post shed broadcast, as in for PGs. Listenership is advised, may I state for the record. One person liked my reply, and this is in reference to the fireworks in by the River Thames of this year for next year 2022, which is not far off the bench here. What I said was this is going to create more heat and more anger than ever. This is like Christmas being cancelled all over again for the second year running. People are not entitled to have a good time after this 17-month nightmare. Hashtag COVID-19. So one person replied back, not going to say who are these individuals are, replying to at this, at that. One was in reference to me and to a news source. One person has said, have to get vaxxed to go to a match. Can't monitor this event in the same way. Pretty simple. Well, yes, you do have to get vaxxed to go to a cricket match or a football match or a baseball match. I don't care what kind of a sport it is. I'm not too sure what they say in the States. And two other individuals have mentioned me unnamed. Nobody is forcing you to go if you want to continue missing out on normal life. I'm not missing out on normal life, mind you. That's fine, but they shouldn't just ban events if there's no rules mandating them to ban them. Pretty stiff conversation there. Somebody's hot under the collar there. Then another person by the same individual. It's not over until we say it's over. Why can't they stop cancelling stuff for no reason other than COVID concerns? What does that even mean? It's not measurable. It's a typical wet blanket statement that they peddle. Weird how you can go to a match with 80,000 in, but not this. Somebody else replies, nobody is forcing you to go if you want to continue missing out on normal life. Well, I've read that one out before. Yep. Then someone replies back to me saying, at half Hef Chick from a few days ago, one person said to me that lockdown is on its way. Ouch. Well, if it's on its way over in the United Kingdom, then there's, you know, I'm not wishing this upon anyone. I do not, for the record, want to see Christmas cancelled all over again. Let's just turn off these chat relays if we may. Let's just turn these off for a minute. I do not want to see these cancelled in any way, shape, form, or fashion. No fucking way. So, between here, the Republic, and the UK, why do we want to see Christmas cancelled all over again? Why? Now, we were very lucky this past year, for those who can remember who are living in the Republic, that we did not, thank feck, we did not have a cancelled festive season. But when the middle of January kicked in, that's where all the chaos kicked in. All the lockdown modes all began to kick in. I have said this a dozen fecking times. Relationships have been tested, marriages have been tested, partnerships have been tested, people living together with possible kids has been fecking tested. You couldn't even see your fecking loved ones. You couldn't even do either of that crap. You just couldn't do it. It couldn't be fucking done. It couldn't. Why? Because the police will be on your fecking tail within a matter of fecking minutes or seconds to wherever you may go. It's like where you go, they will fecking follow you. Holy mackerel. Talk about not having your own enough freedom. Holy crap. So the day before yesterday, I just want to reflect back to the day before, which is on the Monday stream. Let's go back to the Monday stream. Serious errors and delays costed during COVID pandemic, says the UK Prime Minister. That was on Mondays, though I did read that out. No, that's out. Let's go to Sunday night for those who have missed out. No, Sunday night is gone. Sunday night is wiped out. Let's try the Saturday night stream. No, that's gone. Thursday night. This past weekend. Okay, let's just go back to last Thursday, if we may, which is tomorrow, or last Tuesday. 21 COVID deaths in the week to last Tuesday, according to the HPSC report, creditor to E! News, and credit to the BBC News. Passengers returning to the United Kingdom would no longer have to quarantine in a hotel. And what's this here? Economic Research and Social Research Institute, ERSI, has become the latest body for forecast a robust recovery. Commentary has published today, which was this past week, I think it was last Tuesday, I do believe. The domestic economy will grow just over by 7%. And a German individual has been jailed for the crimes, quite frankly. I mean, I stay for the record, nothing against the German people. 22% increase in helpline calls during pandemic, according to the RCNI. That's nasty shit. That is nasty. That is nasty piece. That is, as and there's not enough resources. Back to this week's stream, if we could get there. Back to our roll. I may I state that this is what you see on the bottom of your screen. PG over 18s, and this is a late night broadcast. And this has topped the biscuit from yesterday. Police are taking no action after Prince Andrew's allegations of review. We all know these controversial of Prince Andrew and yada 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 from the whatever the case might be. I'm not going to mention it here. I'm not going to give it the recognition. And this from yesterday, 1,000 new cases confirmed and 402 in a medical facility, credit to E! News. And also for those who are active on social media, say for the likes of Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter at Judge_Crowdle. Do follow me from there. Now this I have read on Twitter, and now you're reading it here on your screen. London's New Year fireworks cancelled for the second year in a row. Oh boy. Gets richer though, but I find this very puzzling. There will be a celebration in Trafalgar Square with details to be announced in due course. The question is, what kind of announcement? That's what I would love to know. That's what I would like to figure out. 100,000 people will pack the streets around Victoria Embankment credit to the BBC News. And yesterday's news, a pack of cigarettes will go up by 50 pence, as in for 50 cents, excuse me. So that's the equivalent of about 15 quid for those who are on cigarettes who like to get a packet of cigarettes. Oh boy. Now that's not good. 15 quid. Do you realize I get to what they're doing? Don't get me the wrong way. I get to what they're doing. I think they're just wanting people to give up cigarettes. And I know somebody that does have cigarettes from time to time. And I tell you this, I got okay, hands up, cry uncle. Okay, I do. Look, hands up, I do, for the record. And the cheapest brand that I got was about 12 something, whatever what it said on the tin. Now, I'm not going to show you the cigarettes here in the air because it would look unprofessional. But what I will say this is that I got the cheaper brand anyway, which relaxes my depression even more relaxing anyway. So for those who are wanting to get a packet of smokes, you will have to pay up to about 15 to 16 quid. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are streaming in your living room. Television, tablet, mobile device, take full advantage of these streams. Now, if you got Chromecast and if you have YouTube on your phone, do take full advantage of those devices. Your television, tablet, Chromecast, it doesn't matter. If you know somebody that's doing a live commentary in the back, though you may not be able to hear them on the Chromecast, but what you can do is you can watch them and you can watch the subtitles on the screen, what I have here in the bottom. Now, if you are a lip reader, I'd be very, very surprised. What we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to mute our mics and turn off our cameras, and we're going to take a quick timeout. Do not go away. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. There you see credited to Sky News and the New York Times, respectively speaking. A few individuals have been seriously injured, and five have been deceased in a bow and arrow accident based in Norway, according to police authorities. And that is ugly, ugly shit right there as I currently speak. And from yesterday's budget news, Donahue announces 1.5 billion. I would like to go somewhere far away with that money in extra spending, uh, tax cuts. That might be gratifying for some. And this tops the biscuit for those who have missed out. Mio Martin has said that he cannot assure or guarantee that the October 22nd phase of reopening will proceed as planned. Well, we all know what he thinks anyway. Well, I hate to say this here on the record, here live on commentary. I can understand people's lives, but there are times that businesses have to continue. So if he doesn't like that, well, TSS for tough, you know what, ladies and gentlemen. Just try to keep my language as down and tone as possible right here. But I have a negative opinion about this man right here. I really do have a negative opinion, and I really don't give a toss to what anybody else may think, because we have not seen this guy on our monitors, on our TVs for quite some time. First of all, several weeks ago, he pays a visit to New York City, and now he comes out several weeks later and announces this hoodla to what you see on your screen. Now, this right here, in my own opinion, is going to create an outrage, quite frankly. And quite honestly, I'm not liking the way he's thinking. I'm not liking the way he's thinking. I just don't like it one bit. I have a lack of confidence and a lack of trust with this dude. Big time. So, pardon me. This is the reason why my fellow streamers and Twitchers and Tubers and Twitterers, I have it in for this guy. Because quite honestly, I do not trust this guy. And there's a lot of people are saying, if I read there some time ago, oh boy, what's this? He is hiding the bucket. He is hiding in the bucket lately. That I can very well believe. Let's see, can we punch that up? And oh yes, he is hiding in the bucket lately. Oh yeah, either he's called Buckethead or Bucket Martin. Call it what you want. And somebody has got a jolly sense of humor. Somebody, please put a smile on my face. And I think I know one person that did, to that very individual that I see on the bottom of my left-hand screen, left-hand side of my screen. And thank you for making me smile. Oh, yeah. Either he's Buckethead or Bucket Martin. God knows fucking what. Oh, boy. I suppose you have more quirks to pull out of your hat. Dare I ask you, if you are hearing me? He is hiding under the bucket lately. Either he is hiding between the boxing gloves, to which he was a boxer back in the day, for those who do not know. Elected mayor in 1989, and then adding to that, he was the Minister for Health. Now, the question I do ask myself right here, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow streamers and followers, does he know what he's doing as a politician, as the leader of this country? Does he know what he's doing? God knows what's going to happen next. God fucking knows. Holy mackerel. Jeez. We're about 41 minutes into the broadcast, and thank you for tuning in to us. And we are live on the air on Restream. I'm just going to put up a logo here if I can. Where's the logo? There we go. There we go. And let's just turn off these chat relays there for a moment. And we're live on a Restream, which you see on your top left hand side of your screen. Do feel free to follow us. And for the person that wrote into the show, do feel free to call on in, and a link will be sent out in a matter of seconds directly to the screen. And let's see what's going to happen here. This is how to be part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Studio.restream.io/guest. Do feel free to be part of the show if you like to join us. And we just got another message in, and it says as follows: he has no clue at all. It's a lucky dip. A lucky dip? Well, if it's a lucky dip, what's he dipping himself into, for Pete's sakes? What? What is he dipping himself into, for crying out loud? Oh my goodness. A lucky dip or a lucky dick, for all I can care, for Pete's sakes. Jesus. Hashtag lucky dip Martin. Make that into a trend. Make that into a hashtag. I wonder would that go out anyway, but who knows? But I'm not going to type it here on the screen, here on the air, quite frankly. I don't want to land myself in hot water, quite honestly. So, yeah, we did change our graphics there for a moment. And what else has been said? Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Trouble brewing. Okay, just bear with me there. I'm just trying to find the message here. I am not. What the? There we go. There it is. There it is. There it is. We found it. Dips into horse's gums. I hope he brushed his teeth. I'm great form with. I'm in great form with my comments. Well, that's the best way to have it anyway. If you're in great form with your comments, jeez, have at it. Knock yourself out. Feel free to text in the show or call into the show. What's this? Uh-oh. Someone's on the warpath. What the hell? Jesus. What the fuck? Jesus. Oh, God. Oh my goodness. Oh god. They remind me of my ex. Those cows remind me of my ex dates that I had from previous years gone by. Whatever. Jeez, boy, oh boy, we're gonna have fun with this one. I got a feeling about this one. I got a feeling. Don't worry, I'm not talking about the black eyed peas. Uh oh. What's this? Wrong idea. Having me here laughing. Told you. Oh boy. Well, whatever you do, make sure you don't quite frankly. Wrong idea. Having me here laughing. Told you. Ha ha ha. Really? Ah, thank you. Thank you for that. My eyes must be deceiving me. Let me just check out my specs here, if I don't mind, dear. Yeah, my specs are fine. It just looked like if they were cows, to be honest with you, for Pete's sakes. Oh God! All right. Oh, hold on. Moving swiftly on there for a second. For those who like to be part of the show, studio.restream.io/guest. Do feel free to be part of the show. And just as a reminder, I'm sure she's going to remind me all night long. They are horses. Shut up, Grandma. Shut the flip up. Jesus. God almighty tonight. Oh my goodness. Between covering credits to the news medias and now to comedy. Hi, welcome to Comedy Night. Welcome. Oh, Jesus. And in answer to your question, how are you? Did I miss it? No, you did not miss the show. We are on till say about between 1 or 1:30, depending on how well the show goes. Uh, to the person that is watching on the screen, though we have, for the record, two viewers, which is either it's someone else or to the person that is currently watching on the screen, which is good, which is a start. Let's just hope. What's this here? One night only? Really? Oh, you're breaking my heart. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Oh. So you like to make this into a political show, is that it? How cute. I'm sure my missus would love that. Oh, I think I got my work cut of our 2 versus 1 scenario, ladies and gentlemen. 2 versus 1. And speaking of shout outs, a special shout out to the person that is watching on my screen, and a special shout out to my girlfriend. Uh, I know she'll be watching the replay sometime tomorrow. And for those who have missed the replay, uh, do not hesitate, because it will be posted up onto Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, respectively. And adding to that, some of the backgrounds will be edited out. And someone just wrote in comedy night with my comments. Oh, yeah. Now, when you say my comments, NY comedy with my New York comments, no, you're not from New York. You meant to say my comments there, pal. Oh, boy. And here we go. Yeah, I knew what you were trying to say there. Comedy with my comments. As always, you're always full of answers there, pal. You're always full of it. But that's what I like about you as a good friend. You're always full of answers. I'll give you credit for that. Won't take that away from you. Studio.restream.io/guest for those who like to be part of the show. A link has been sent out, so do click on that link. Once you click on that link, all you have to do is type in your first your first name or your second name, whatever it says in the tin, and then you are through to the show, and you'll be able to talk to me directly. So, what we're going to do, my fellow streamer, is that we are going to take a quick timeout. Do not go away. We're back live, ladies and gentlemen, and just more news that has just occurred to our attention. Mr. Martin said that the presentation from the Deputy Chief CMO, Dr. Gullin, today was serious. Right. Well, if it's serious, I'll be dead honest with you. I do not like the sound of this. And this is a major concern for businesses nationwide, just here only, here in the Republic. Now, the question I'm asking to myself here is this: will localized businesses will have to close again? And to dub this from the last leader of this country there from over a year ago, opening for the final fecking time. This is getting ridiculous right now, number one. Second of all, we're going to be driving to work like Fred and Wilma Flintstone. I'm going to be washing we're going to be washing our clothes in the fecking rain next. What next is going to happen with this government? What next? We do not fucking know. I have no idea. That, I'll be dead honest with you, I have no idea to what is going on. I have no unearthly idea. Well, what is so frustrating is, pardon me, what is so frustrating is that people just want to get back to a normal life. I want to get back to a normal life. I'm going to say this here on the record, right here, right now. We're about 60 minutes and 15 seconds. Like, somewhere in the future, I do plan on getting married. And do you think for a split second that I'm going to hold back, or anybody else is going to hold flipping back? One, maybe they will have to hold back. Two, maybe they won't. I do not know. I'm not advocating either of this. I just want to state one important fact, though, one important point, that I'm not advocating protests. I'm not advocating that, no, for the record. But what I am advocating for here is this: is for our frigging politicians up and members of parliament in Dublin, to wherever they're freaking based, is just to give us clear answers. That is what they're looking for. They're looking for clear answers. Do you know what we're getting? This. This is what we're getting. Nothing but excuses. Excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. Pardon me, I just turned off my microphone. Because all we're getting is no proper clarification from Neil Martin. We're getting none of that. As one person said there, well over a half an hour ago on the screen, if I can punch it up, and by God, I was in the knots stitches. And I have to agree with this person, with the viewer that was in contact with the show there earlier on tonight. He is hiding in a bucket lately. Oh, yeah. And then it gets richer. He has no clue at all. It's nothing but a lucky dip. LOL, laughing out loud. Who the fuck knows? For those who would like to join our stream, studio.restream.io/guest, do feel free to be part of the show. We are live till between 1 or 1:30 in the morning, and we're over 62 minutes. We are now 63 minutes into the broadcast, and I just want to thank my friend for tuning into the show, and you're welcome to the show at any time we're on the air. We're always here. That's what we're about. What this show is about interacting with our audience. And for those who cannot catch the live show, that's fine. I understand that. They can catch the replay in its entirety immediately following this broadcast. And earlier on the night, um, we're supposed to be going Facebook Live till for some reason I changed my mind. And there were reasons why, my fellow streamers, I have changed my mind. And quite honestly, right here on live broadcasting, I'm glad that I did change my mind. This is the Hand Grenade 72 channel. We are live. It is just now 1:45 in the morning, 1:45 Eastern time. It is now 4:45 in the West Coast, Pacific Daylight Time in the West Coast, between San Francisco to California to Los Angeles to different parts of the States in between. Very good evening or a very good night to wherever you are watching. Either it's here in the Republic or the UK, England, Scotland, Wales. What we're looking for here is for some individuals to follow this channel, to like and subscribe to right here on the Hand Grenade 72 channel. That's what we're here for. We're here on a few nightly basis to do live streams. And yes, there were most nights that I was kind of doing a lot of tests to make sure that everything was in a working order. I wanted to make sure that was going according to plan. And you can follow me at Hand Grenade 72 channel right here on YouTube. So do take full advantage of that. You could also follow me on Twitter as well by, if I could find the link. Yeah, I want to get back to that link now in a minute. I will get back to that. We're live on Twitch, Twitter, and on YouTube. And you can follow me at Judge_Crowder right here on Twitter, if you wish, because we're broadcasting live on Twitter and Twitch, respectively, also, and on YouTube. Now, this has caught my attention, and I just caught it there moments ago, seconds ago, about a minute or two ago, if I could find it. This is all to do with a legendary singer, Eric Clapton. If we could find it. There it is. Here we go. Eric Clapton likes these anti-vaxxers so much that he's bankrolling their band. Well, if he's bankrolling their band, according to the LA Times, credit to the LA Times, well, oh well, he's got something to answer for. If he's got something against, and if he's an anti-vaxxer himself, well, quite frankly, for the record, he should not be performing himself. And more information in reference to Mr. Clapton, credit to the LA Times, we get it. Eric Clapton is anti-vaccine. Well, if he doesn't like the anti-vaccine, we all know this. His body and his choice. But the bottom line is, the bottom dollar is there, Mr. Clapton, is that you may have to stay home and stay masked. And that's it. Bottom line. No ifs, no buts. I don't care if you're rich, famous, or you run a Fortune 500, I really don't give a damn. Quite frankly, if that's how you feel, if you want to be the Karen that you are, sir, then oh boy, you might have just gotten yourself into a whirlwind. And this, ladies and gentlemen, from this past weekend, a missing girl from reported missing from this past Saturday night, credited to Sky News. And yes, I reported that there a few days ago, which was reported Sunday, quite honestly. And what I wrote uh, on a Twitter account recently, and these are in my own words, it's likely that lockdown will, this is in the UK itself now, mind you, it's likely that lockdown will create havoc and mayhem in the UK if this is not sorted out. This will raise mental health status through the roof and more pressure from the NHS as for the National Health Service. And quite honestly, the NHS doesn't need that. And taking a Ryanair flight back over to here, ladies and gentlemen, from Tuesday's budget. Mr. Donahue announces 1.5 billion for those who have missed out. 1.5 billion in extra spending and tax cuts. Credit the RTE news media outlets for that. And this has just come in, though I put that there for the for those who have missed out. Neil Martin said a decision will be made early next week. I'm not, as I said in the previous commentary, I am not liking the signs of this. I'm just not liking the signs of it. As our last viewer on the air said, lucky dip or buckethead, call it what you want. And the cases just keep on rising, and the hits keep on coming. 2,066 cases reported, 408 individuals been reported in a medical facility. Now, that's a lot of shit. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of individuals. So you're talking about 999 calls every couple of fucking seconds. As I said there on Twitter there last night, which is now officially the night before, pardon me, that lives are at stake. This is the golden golden hour COVID-19. It doesn't matter if it's a heart attack. This is the golden hour COVID-19. Hashtag golden hour COVID-19. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to punch that up on the big fucking screen so everybody will be aware, because these situations right here on this broadcast is getting out of control. It's getting out of control. And there's no need for that stuff. There's no need for it. And people need to be treated quick and fast and possible get out. But I want to bring something up here, if I may. I got a phone call there this past week from a friend of mine in reference to a youngster in Florida who fell ill. And this is the true of all stories here, ladies and gentlemen. I got a phone call from this individual who's in her mid-20s, 30s, God knows what age she is. I don't know. I do not know. I'm only guessing. This person is battling COVID-19. And for what I hear, and for what I'm aware of, that this individual is possibly on. I do not know how to respond to it. But all I can say to this person, I may not know her. She's a friend of my partner in the United States. From here at the Hand Grenade 72 channel, ladies and gentlemen, we wish you a speedy recovery. We wish you a speedy recovery. I may not know you, but all I can say is on behalf of my partner and I, my partner may not be here in the building with me right now as I currently speak because she's away out someplace else. All I can say is get better soon, get back to your feet, and we're all thinking of you. What we're going to do right now, my fellow streamers, is we're not going to put on any countdowns at all. We're just going to turn off the mics and blank off the camera, but the logo will still be there, so as you know that we're still live on air. here on the Hand Grenade 72 channel. And yes, you can follow me at Hand Grenade 72. Let's turn on our chat relays, and here we go. And let's just put this out on the YouTube link. You can follow me at Hand Grenade 72 channel. Let me just try something here for the crack, for the kick. Just copy and paste that, and that, and on its way up right now. And this is how you can find me on YouTube. Right there. At Hand Grenade 72 channel. Right there, what you see on your screen. So do not hesitate, because trying to get back to my groove again after years of absence off of YouTube, and let's do what we do best, and that is entertain and talk about certain amount of things that you like to talk about. And you can also check out my profile on Twitter as well. There you have it, right there, as you see on your screen. Right, in the next 5 minutes, we're going to be heading off the air. And for those who have joined us, we thank you. And that means a lot. And for those who have missed out on the replay, let's just turn off these chat relays. Thank you. For those who have missed out, you will catch the replay on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, respectively. Facebook for Wednesday night, which is now officially Thursday, has been cancelled due to circumstances beyond my control. But on a more serious level, a get well soon to this individual that is ill and in Florida, and we wish her a very speedy recovery. And I'm hoping that she will get through. Before we go, we got 3 minutes before we go off the air. More information in reference to the uncertainties of our ridiculous government officials. And here it is as follows: government wants to see more data that it will reflect on the situation. Credit to RTE News at this point. But more importantly, also, is this to what you see on the screen. I put it out on Twitter last night, and now I'm putting it out here on YouTube. And I would like this hashtag to be shared about. Hashtag COVID-19 Golden Hour. It's not about heart attack. It doesn't matter if it's a heart attack. It doesn't matter if it's cancer. It's still a golden hour. Damn it to hell. COVID-19 is the most serious fucking thing that either individual can ever have. I had two friends of mine that had it. Thankfully, they have bounced back. But I am not mentioning these individuals as names for the record here on live broadcasting. We're back live, ladies and gentlemen, here on YouTube. And there you see in the next 2 minutes, the countdown outro will go on screen. And that means you'll know that I will be heading off the air in the next 1 minute. We got 1 minute left and counting. So thank you once again to those who have joined us for the very first time. And thank you to my followers, to one of my followers that have joined us and contributed part of the show. And thank you to that person who sent me the sense of humor comedy skits in reference to the leader of this country. Well, I'm sure everybody has a title of an opinion of their own. Right, that wraps it up, ladies and gentlemen. We got about 10. Now we are officially 10 seconds and counting, and a very good night.